walking the dog and talking about passive aggression, what it is, where it comes from, and what we can do about it. Passive aggression is anything from "how are you? I'm fine" to slamming doors, putting a phone down on someone early, or something that's more sinister and more unpleasant. Essentially what we're doing is letting you know that there's a problem, but we don't want to name the problem, we don't want to talk about the problem, and we certainly don't want to accept any responsibility for the problem. We learn to be passive aggressive because in some way we've received, as people growing up, the sense that emotions and us having emotions is not okay. So we'll have experienced being punished for it, or having someone withdraw from us because of it. So it's not safe to say, "I'm upset, I'm angry." And what we do is we perpetuate situations that prove to us that we're rejectable and that our feelings will not be accepted or respected or appreciated by other people. Because what we do is we act out in this unpleasant childlike way that pushes people away. But then we get to say, "See, if I talk about it, then I'm rejected. Every time I talk about it, I get punished," essentially is what we tell ourselves. But we push people away because we're being unpleasant. What we can do about it is name the issue for the person that's being passive aggressive. However, that person has to be pretty emotionally secure to hear it, because their internal dialogue is saying, if we actually talk about it, there's really going to be a problem. So when we say to somebody something like, "You did this at this point and you said it this way and it had this effect on me," and etc., people generally don't hear that, because they hear that as more criticism and more danger, because we're going into areas of conflict. Ironically, we're already knee deep in conflict. But what can be heard sometimes is, "I know there's a problem. When you do that, I feel less than." So for example, if I'm being passive aggressive, perhaps you've upset me in some kind of a way, or my belief system says you've upset me, and you invite me to, I don't know, Christmas dinner, and I bugger about it, and in the end say, "No, I can't come because my mum's ill." And we know it's not true, or we know it's an excuse, but there's nothing really we can do about it because it's such a good one. So this unpleasant thing continues to happen. What we can do is say, "Listen, I know you're being passive aggressive. I know there's a problem. If you want to talk to me about it, talk to me about it. I'm here." And we leave it. So essentially it's like that gift. Someone's giving us a gift of passive aggression and we don't hold it, we give it back, instead of this kind of grumpiness that we all have. And where by saying nothing, we're saying, "It's okay, you can behave like that and I don't have a problem with it." So none of us are talking about the issue. It's a tough one because some people can hear it, that they're being passive aggressive, and some people can't. And it depends on the level of emotional security of that person and the level of ability to self-reflect. Is this actually happening? Am I actually doing this? And if what we've grown up in was so threatening for us to have emotions and needs and wants, our levels of passive aggression will be even more disturbed. So most of us do it in some kind of little way, and most of us are able to self-reflect and take responsibility. People who are very damaged because they've really been rejected and judged and punished because of having feelings will have difficulty self-reflecting, taking responsibility, hearing it, and coming to you and saying, "Listen, yeah, that's what was going on. I'm sorry about it. How do we move forward?" So we've got choices, really. We continue to deal with it and pretend it's not happening, which is unpleasant for everybody. Or we say, "This is going on and I'm here to talk about it." Or we say, this is not something I'm going to be part of or accept. This is not the kind of friendship I want. It's over. Tough. It's really tough, because often when we call people out on being passive aggressive, we're told in some kind of way that we're causing conflict, which is just ironic, because essentially we're trying to put a stop to the conflict. So it's something you can think about. By all means, send me questions. Difficult topic. And one, I guess, we can all reflect on. Okay, bye.